All right, so let's talk about number one here. I have the answers obviously posted right there, but let's go through it. So remember I talked about when in the notes with these trapezoids that you can do it two ways. I could find the area of each shape individually, the two triangles, and then the rectangle that I add together, or I could use our trapezoid formula. It's entirely up to you. Okay, but the only way you're going to be able to do that, either option, is you're going to have to recognize, okay, I have a little right triangle here with the 5 and the 13, and what I want to do is call this x there, okay, and then I want to use a Pythagorean theorem to solve for that. So 5 squared plus x squared equals 13 squared, so that means x has to be 12. That's also a triple 5, 12, 13. Some of this work just for this first problem will be up here already just because I tried making this video and then it got cut off. So I know that this is 12, that this is also 12, okay? Next thing I need to look at, all right, is this red triangle here. All right, I have a 15 and a 12. So if I have 15 and 12, and then this little piece right here will be x. Well, if I set up the Pythagorean theorem, x squared plus 12 squared equals 15 squared, I should get x to equal 9. So this is now, instead of x, I'll put a 9 here. All right. So now that I know this is 9, I can find the perimeter first. 18 plus 18 plus 5 plus 13 plus 15 plus 9 to give me 78. Remember, you don't include these two 12s here because they're on the inside. And the perimeter of a shape is the outer edges, the sum of the outer edges. All right. To find the area of the trapezoid, okay, remember I said you could do the green plus purple plus red, all right, or I could use the formula and do the base 1 plus base 2, so 18. This 32 came from adding 5, 18, and 9 times the height, which is 12 all over 2 to get to 300. Okay, that's number one. Hopefully that helped out a little bit with number one. Let's try number two. So I want to make it a little bigger just so I can see. All right. So here we go with number two. Number two is also a trapezoid, you'll notice. Okay. But the thing that's unique about number two is that 60-degree angle. So I'm going to drop in my altitude here just like that. Okay. And I'm gonna redraw this red triangle, and I know this also has to be 12. I'm going to redraw that red triangle over here with a 12, and this is 60. This would be 90, and this would be 30. Holy buckets, we have a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Remember, 30, 60, 90. 2a, 30, 60, 90, a, root 3, and a. So this 12 represents my 2a side. Okay, so that tells me right away that a is 6. All right, if 12 is 2a, 12 divided by 2 gives me 6. That means my height must be 6 root 3. Okay? So this is 6 root 3, which means this is 6 root 3. Now, for this problem, okay, I can find my top base, my upper base, my shorter base by recognizing, okay, well, if this is 6 here, then this is going to be 6 there. And that means if this is 21, well, what's 21 minus 12? 21 minus 12 is 9. So that means this green has to be 9, which would make that 9 up there. All right, so I'm going to repeat myself again. This 6, the 6 here, all right, this 6 here came from the 6 down there. That was our A. If this is 6, then this is 6. I know the whole thing is 21. 21 minus 6 minus 6, or 21 minus 12 gives me 9. This is a rectangle, so if this is 9, this is 9. So to find the area in exact form, meaning no decimals, area equals base 1. So 9 plus base 2, our longer base, 21, times 6 root 3 all over 2. Well, 9 plus 21 is 30. 30 times 6 is 180. 180 divided by 2 gives me 90 root 3. All right, here we go. And that's units squared. All right, let's try the other number one. Well, this is a simple just plug it in and go. 3.2, whoops, plus 9 times 3.8 all over 2. That's your setup, and then I'll give you your final answer. I forget what that is. I'm going to pause and figure that out for you. 1 second. All right, I got 23.18 for that. Okay, area here, same general idea. Base 1, my shorter base, 5.4 plus 11 times the height of 11 all over 2. And I got 90.2 feet squared. Remember, you do 5.4 plus 11 first, and then multiply 11, and then divide by 2. All right, these two ask us to work backwards. So I know the area, I'm going to call this x. Area equals base 1 plus base 2 height all over 2. So my area is 4.8 equals base 1, which I don't know. So I'll call that x plus 4 times 1.6 all over 2. Okay. I could, since 1.6 is not a great number, I'm going to multiply the 2 first. All right. I remember in the notes I divided 1.6 by 2 because it was like an actual even number, but since it's not, I'm multiplying 2 to clear it out here and multiplying 2 there. This should be 9.6. Okay. And then I'll get 1.6 x plus 4. Now you can distribute this. All right, I can distribute the 1.6. I guess, a lot of us probably have that habit, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And then I'll subtract 6.4 from both sides and get 3.2. Okay, equals 1.6x, and then x should equal 2. All right. Same idea. Next problem. Same idea. Okay. Here we go. Scroll, scroll, scroll. There it is. All right. So again, I'm gonna call this x now. All right. That's on my missing side. My area is 58.9 equals x plus 3.3. Now I realize this is the shorter side. I just like writing x first. So I'm going to do that, okay? I wouldn't say it's my favorite because remember I don't play those. However, just do that for now. Times the height, which is 8.3 all over 2. Again, I'm going to clear the 2 first. All right, so I'll multiply both sides by 2. 58.9 times 2. I get 117.8 equals 8.3 times x plus 3.3. God bless America, that's so bad. So the last one I chose to distribute the 8 right away, so this time I'm going to do a different method. So I'll divide by 8.3 right away. All right. And get 14.19-ish. That's equal to x plus 3.3 minus 3.3. X is 10 point, God bless America, 8.9. So I got a phone call. Oh, let's talk about number 5 now. Remember this is a kite here, okay? And if KT this is 20, remember to find the area of a kite, I do diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 over 2. All right, I know that this here, ES, is 7. In a kite, these are perpendicular bisectors, so this is also 7. And these are right angles. So diagonal 1 is 20. Diagonal 2 isn't 7, but it's 14. And I'm dividing all that by 2. 20 times 14 is 280 divided by 2 is 140 units squared. All right. Similar idea here. The area is d1 times d2 over 2. This is another kite here. So I'm doing what? 12 times 12 over 2, which is 144 divided by 2 is 72 units squared. Okay, how do I know? Remember, it just so happens that these are each 12. That's not always going to happen. Find the area of a shape. So I know that all four sides are congruent, and I know that whole thing is 6, which makes each of these 3. Well, which shape has all four sides congruent like this? It's a rhombus. All right, since this is a rhombus, I know that these are right angles. Now I can figure out, okay, well, look at, I have a little right triangle here. Okay, with 3, my x, and 5. So 3 squared plus x squared equals 5 squared. Wait, I have 3 blank and 5. That means x has to be 4. 3, 4, 5. The triple. Remember, if I have 2 of the sides, I know the remaining third side. So if that's 4, and this is 4, that's the only tricky part about this. So, find the area. I do 6 times 8 over 2, which gives me 24 units squared. Last one, number 8, but it's really number 10. You'll notice here that this person chose to use the side lengths here. Whoops. They chose to use the side lengths, 3.6 and 5.4, instead of the actual diagonals. Remember, the diagonals are going through the shape, so here and here. Whoops, that's kind of hard. That's a terrible whatever there and there. Okay, so really the area, there it is. The area should be 4 times 8 over 2. All right. Putting the 1/2 in front is the same thing as dividing by 2. You're still going to get the same answer. Okay. So you should get 16 units squared. How to get 4? 2 plus 2. How to get 8? 3 plus 5. All right. That's it for today. Hope that helped. Let me know if it doesn't.